Hello and welcome to another update video about VeChain. VeChain is pushing against the upper boundary line of our trend channel. The situation hasn't really changed on this chart. Again, similar to Edgix, for example, the entry point, a low risk entry point at least, would have been in the orange support zone. That's why we provide these Fibonacci levels. We basically offer them so that you can build your trading plan around them if you like to use them. And these typically indicate areas where we have, let's say, low risk and potentially high reward. Now, obviously, the market has rallied from the support region into resistance, not into Fibonacci resistance necessarily. Well, yeah, you could say also Fibonacci resistance, because on the smaller time frames and degrees, of course, there are Fib levels as well. But more importantly, also into the upper boundary line of the trend channel, and here reacted to the 2.618 extension level, which was one of my targets I communicated already months ago when the market pulled back into this orange support region. So I can see here potential for 5 waves up. Okay, after 5 waves, we could expect a deeper pullback. Let's talk about the two scenarios, because we either have 5 waves up here in blue. Well, maybe we get one more high in this 5th wave. Maybe we get one more high. It doesn't need it. But if it gets it, then we can use, obviously the question will be about micro support. So that's at 3.76 cents. What I try to say is a break below that level would indicate that we do not get another high. But yeah, that is an area that could be used to determine what would be a first indication of a break of the more immediate uptrend. So that means it takes a break below that 3.76 cents level to suggest that, yeah, this local uptrend is breaking. What happens then would be the next question. There will be all sorts of other questions afterwards, but let's first take a look at what we see right now. So that would be the blue count, in which we can still push higher against the 3.76 cent level, but a pullback would then be due quite soon, because we would be looking at 5 larger waves to the upside. Now, there is another interpretation, and we cannot really distinguish them very well. In the other scenario, which is more directly bullish, we are in a C wave to the upside. We are in a C wave, and basically also here in the short term, the support area is the same. Yeah, it's between 3.76 cents and 4.4. And why is that? Because also in this C wave, we'd be looking at 5 waves. So what we're doing here, we only have 3 waves up right now, but ideally we get 5 in wave 1 of wave C. We should then get wave 2 of wave C. And the invalidation point then would be the low point of the white B wave. So at 2.52 cents, then we could get a wave 3 of wave C, 4, 5. Yeah? And in terms of target for this C wave, we are looking at minimally 7.8 cents. But the way these extensions are going, it could probably rather point towards 10.2 or even 12 cents. And just to do a summary, short-term uptrend against 3.76 cents, a break below that level would indicate that the short-term uptrend is breaking. And below that level, the invalidation point is obviously here the 23rd of January low, which is at 2.51 cents. In the very, very short term, because a few people asked me for a micro count, best I can offer is that this is a 1, this is a 2, this is a 3, 4, 5. And based on that, I have adjusted here the micro support area. Yeah? Because a 4th wave should not break below the 50% Fibonacci level. Now, if we have the first 5 waves up, to me it looks more like a diagonal, right? But then the wave 5 would have 5 waves, which is technically allowed in a diagonal, in a leading diagonal, but it's just not the clearest pattern. Okay, so it's not the clearest, but we have some clear levels to watch. Actually, 3.76 cents is the most important one in the very short term. And then, I would use here the upper boundary line of the trend channel as a potential breakout point higher. But yeah, for swing traders, I mean, this was the interesting one, the interesting area to get into. And then if 5 waves form and the market offers the next pullback, I can also add the next support region to the chart. But there isn't anything that is really clear in the short term. I mean, the uptrend is there. I can give you levels. What is not so clear is, are we in the blue count, which is a mess, or are we in the white count, which is also a mess because it's an ABC structure. And you know what happens after ABC structures? It could be that a top is formed, right? A top is formed and we're breaking down to new lows. Now in a bullish market, I don't expect that. I would rather say there is a good chance in a bullish market that this was an ABC structure in wave 1. So basically leading diagonal. Oh, sorry, not leading diagonal, but yeah, an ABC, a wave 1 in a larger diagonal. Then a wave 2 down. And then the wave 3 would also be an ABC structure. And the C wave is somewhere up there. Yeah. And then another wave 4. And then we should get a wave 5 still. But we'll see that, you know, not many structures survive such a pattern. To be honest, I don't know many that have done that on a larger time frame, these ABC structures. They either die or they morph into large ABCs or something. So it's, yeah, what can I say? I mean, if, you know, use the levels in the short term, especially the micro support is very important. Only when that breaks, we can really look at the structure and have to look at alternative wave counts. But for now, the trend is up against the levels indicated. And I mean, okay, maybe one more important message. When will this chart turn bearish? When will this chart turn really bearish? Well, the lowest support I can offer is the 78.6 retrace of the entire move up from the June lows, and that's 1.77 cents. So from here, it takes a break below 1.77 cents to suggest that we get new bear market lows. That's my update about VeChain. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.